would like to share some good news this morning out of Florida. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. We know this. There's going to be businesses that never come back regardless of stimulus. Their business models have been changed so greatly that it's never going to work. Number one on my list for that is the brick and mortar gyms, where people take time out of their day, go drive to the gym, have already taken time to pack the bag, and then go with a bunch of strangers and get hot and sweaty and use common equipment. It's just not going to work anymore. It didn't used to be all that great a business as far as margin before. Now, and they're even saying this, there was an article on Fox about this, about how gym owners are saying that this stimulus is just not going to be workable. They're never going to recover in time. There might be a few real big ones that stick around, maybe in the larger cities, but the smaller ones I think are going to go by the wayside. However, I'm sure there's a lot of guys out there going, wait, how can I find that? On-demand, in-home men's haircuts. Now, I have a daughter in Texas who has a stylist that she knows that comes to the house anyway. That's kind of been a Florida thing. You know, there are a lot of elderly people here that don't get around all that well anyway, and so there are a lot of services that have sprung up to service them. Now I think they're just going to expand. You know, there's going to be all sorts of people now that want that service that they were going to the brick and mortar place for to be brought to their home. And there's going to be people that adapt. People that say, you know what, I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to try to make my business entirely mobile instead of just offering it as like a perk. Because there would be a lot of guys right now that would pay big money to have somebody come and give them a decent haircut. Hint, hint. Also, home workout equipment is going to, the sale of that is going to skyrocket. If you were going to buy any stock, buy stock in all of this home gym stuff, because people are done with just taking the risk. And given now that they've upped the bandwidth for everyone, and you can do this stuff online, and you can even do it with your friends online. Apparently there's Instagram, and all these celebrities are doing their workouts, and you can work out with them. You know, there's going to be people that capitalize on this, and they're going to find a way to work this for the underground economy. Now, I know you're thinking, wait a minute, you have to buy the equipment, and that's not underground. You have to, purchase it from a producer. Well, there's a lot of people that sell this stuff secondhand. And trainers. You see, this stuff it used to be kind of a joke, but now I think it's going to be a bigger deal. Especially if you have a friend that has a bigger house and maybe they have a set. They have a room down in the basement where they've or maybe the lanai in the case of Florida, that they've set up a workout place. Say, hey, if I give you $10 a month, can I come over and use your stuff? Like twice a week or 3 times a week. And these training programs and these videos and people getting together in smaller groups, smaller trusted groups to work out and do their workouts, they're just going to do it privately in residential neighborhoods instead of doing it in the business district. Because people are going to do what they want anyway. We know that. It's just a matter of how are they going to figure out a way to do it without, involving the government or the authorities. This has been a thing with the physical therapy crowd down here. And once again, I reiterate the whole issue with the elderly. That's been a thing in Florida for a long time. People going out to either someone who's disabled or someone who's elderly's house, and going through a basic workout with them. It's part of their day. I think that existing business is now just going to expand. And people are, like I said, they're going to do it underground. And there are ways to pay people, non-cash, non-physical cash ways, directly. PayPal, Zelle, even cryptocurrencies in some cases. So this is the good news. And I really do think this is good news because this is a sign of people wanting freedom, in my mind. People wanting to govern themselves at the lowest level possible. Because I'd rather go work out with 8 or 10 trusted buddies, and get together and do it as a group a few times a week than go to some random gym where I don't know anybody. And nurse practitioners and doctors doing house calls. That's going to be a big thing too. Who's going to want to go sit in some urgent care where who knows what you could get? You go there for a sprained ankle, or you go there for a twisted knee, or your kid slices his hand open on something. But somebody who's an RN or an LPN or a nurse prac or a physician's assistant. You throw them a few bucks. And this is going to be big enough that some people start to do the math. And it's also, and I know it's, Groundhog Day, it's something that already exists. It's a business that's already on the ground and rolling in Florida because of, once again, all of the elderly people. It's a requirement. They just don't have the ability, some of them, to go and run off to the doctor and sit there all day. So folks come out, and it's basically what they call wellness care. I think it's just going to be expanded. Like it used to be. Doctors used to come to the house. I had told the story when I was a kid. At least I think I've told the story. I missed almost my entire first grade year because I got pneumonia so badly. I got it around Halloween, and I wasn't back in school till after Valentine's Day. It was really bad. And I had a temperature of 106, and they had to put this big tent over the bed and put some kind of steam thing in there, and I got shots of gamma globulin, and it was really bad. It was months I had that. And without nurses coming to the house or doctors coming to the house, it would have been bad. So anyway, this is the good news of this. I think there's going to be, and I'm sure there are more that I've missed, there's going to be this resurgence of home services that had, previously just been relegated to the business district. Gyms, I think, are going the way of the video store with the actual videos in it. But home workout equipment, home workout videos, personal trainers, people that can do haircuts, hairstylists at home, nurses, doctors, all this kind of stuff, I think, is going to be big, big business in the next, I'd say, honestly, 1 to 2 years. This kind of stuff is going to explode. So, anyway, I will leave it there. I'm not sure what you guys think, but I think it's probably incumbent on us to find any chance we have to share good news with each other. Just tell each other jokes if you have to make each other laugh, because with everything being so serious these days, it's really rough long term. I'm not saying don't take anything seriously, but the reason I use this picture is this Maisie Williams? Because I looked at this, and this is the best picture I could find. And, all of these celebrities are doing their workouts, and I looked at this, and I'm like, man, if this girl isn't Maisie Williams, that's the girl from Game of Thrones. I thought, this has to be her. Either that or she's a doppelganger. She could have been a twin. So, anyway, I'll leave it there. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much, and we will see you next time.